all week. Webster Hubble says he doesn't remember it, but he says he apparently ordered Vincent Foster's office sealed the night of Foster's suicide. The former Justice Department official told the Whitewater hearing that he feared losing clues to why Foster might have killed himself. And beauty queens in bathing suits get a thumbs up from American men and women. An ABC News Washington Post poll shows most adults of both sexes favor continuing the swimsuit competition for Miss America. The pageant is conducting its own poll. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, Liz is going to be jumping out of a plane this afternoon. Why in the heck is she doing it? Let's find out. Liz?
I was hoping you were saying, why in the heck is she doing it? Al, they gave me the opportunity, the Sports City Skydivers. We are sponsoring them for the Red River Rally, and it's going to be a blast. They're going to be jumping at different times over the weekend. And they called and said, hey, would somebody from the station like to jump? And I thought, well, what the heck? And, you know, as it's gotten closer, I'm thinking maybe what the heck wasn't a good enough reason. Yeah. Let me introduce you to a very important fella. This is Terry Sullivan, and he is the pilot of this big plane behind us. How many of these have you flown?
How many
jumps?
Mm-hmm. Oh, probably 50 or 60.
But you've never done it yourself.
Never have.
Why is that?
I'm not going to answer that. There's too many people around here. I'm not going to answer that.
Too many skydivers. But do you ever intend to do it?
Oh, yeah. I got a deal with my daughter. When she goes, I go.
Okay, and how old is she?
19.
Oh, gosh, I thought you were going to say she's 1 month old or something. Well, Terry is going to be flying us, and we're going to be leaving the downtown airport here at about 5:30, and it's going to take us about 30 minutes to get to 10,000 feet. We'll be jumping from 10,000 feet. At what point? Correct. At that point, you just leave us, you go home.
I come back down.
Okay, and you watch us come back down.
That's right.
Because he will be down on the ground before we will, probably. Anyhow, that's coming up in just a few minutes, so Al, fingers crossed.
Yes, he's got the better job, by the way.
Maybe so.
Okay, thanks, Liz. Still to come at 5, a window on the world of aviation. Young cadets get a glimpse of the future. What's in the future for our weather? Meteorologist Ed Duranzik gives us his great prediction next, so stay with us. Time is drawing near. Liz, any butterflies yet?
Not yet, Al, surprisingly. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm really very surprised that I'm not so scared that I've actually passed out on the tarmac out here. But the time will come that I'm sure I will. But I think probably that I'll get real scared when we're at 10,000 feet above the downtown airport and they open that door and I'm looking out to the ground below.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I'm going to depend on this gentleman standing next to me. This is the tandem master, and his name is Kelly Lawson. And, Kelly, how many of these jumps have you taken?
Total jumps about 850, about 90 or so tandems.
Excellent. I was hoping you weren't going to say one. And this is it.
Well, we'll see how well this one goes. Each one's kind of important by itself.
Hypothetical. If I just am out of control and I sling an arm back and knock you out, are we going to plunge down to terra firma?
No, even the state-of-the-art equipment that we use, even if I'm unconscious, it's still got a computerized automatic opener. So when we hit 2,000 feet, the chute says, how fast are we going? If it thinks we're going too fast, it automatically blows the reserve, even if I'm unconscious.
Well, I have to tell people about this. You had a tandem jump the other day, and someone actually lost their cookies.
Yes. We opened a little bit high, and he got a little motion sickness, and I was right behind him, and that's where the wind goes.
Oh, so, that was so pleasant.
It was one of the more colorful, so to speak.
So to speak, in a manner of speaking. Danny Lemoyne, get over here. You're kind of the guy who holds the glue who holds this club together, I understand?
A little bit.
A little bit. How many jumps do you have?
Total about 275.
Now, is this going to be different in any way today? I mean, the conditions look pretty good other than being just really hot.
No different from any other jump we made.
All right, now we're going to jump out of the plane. We will free fall for about how long, and then what will happen at that point?
You'll free fall until you reach 5,000 feet.
Which will take about how long from 10,000?
Probably about 30 seconds.
Oh, man. And then the parachutes deploy.
Parachutes deploy, and then you'll be able to steer it. You're going to do a right turn, left turn, however you want to do it, and however Kelly wants to, whatever he wants to let you do.
Right, whatever Kelly wants to let me do. And by golly, I'm going to let Kelly do whatever Kelly wants to do up there because I know who holds the key to my life on this jump. Now, Al, we will be taking off here in just a few minutes, and again, it'll take us about 30 minutes to get to 10,000 feet, at which point we will jump out, and that will be live between the 6 and 6:15 about.
Okay.
Okay?
Good luck, Liz.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, tips for Arclitex gardener to protect your plants from the effects of radiant rays. Stay with us.
Circle K.
Well, all the preparations are being made right now. They're fitting Liz in, getting ready to get on board the plane and take off. They'll take off in a few moments now and reach their jump altitude. We're going to have Liz's jump live tonight at 6, and we'll also have this story.
The campaign for president of the State Baptist Convention is as hot as the temperature outside. I'm Signora Thomas. I'll have that story tonight on 3.
Peter Jennings with all the national news next. Now, Liz and the Sports City Skydivers will be taking their jump, something I wouldn't want to be doing, from 10,000 feet, and they tell me she just jumped out. Liz will be free-falling for about 30 seconds, and at that point, the jump master will deploy the chute. The fall itself should take several minutes, and we're going to join them again in a couple of minutes. Let's see if we see them coming through the clouds here.
I hear the plane.
I do too. I have yet to see them come through. By the way, some of the guys are fitted with helmet cams, not monkey cams like you see on the Letterman show, but helmet cams. They're going to get Liz's reaction, which I would imagine is baffled looking as she's coming down, especially for that free fall period. And we will show you that tonight at 10 o'clock. She's going to have a story that she's going to put together after this experience.
Wire Squire paid $49, $17.80, and $7.20. The exact is 7 and 1, $418.
Not bad.
Dion on one side, Michael Irvin on the other. Interesting.
That would be, if it happens.
That's sports.
All right. Let's check in one more time and see Liz floating to the ground with her jump master. There she is. Now, they're aiming for an X, by the way. I don't think I've said anything about that on the downtown airport field. The skydivers and Liz are all aiming for that. It took the plane about 15 to 20 minutes to climb to their altitude of 10,000 feet. It only takes about 5 minutes once the chute opens for them to hit the ground and touch down. And we are hoping, when we come back from a break, we will be able to catch Liz hitting terra firma and see how she did. So we'll be right back.
Yeah, hold it.
In these parts, folks take great pride in everything, including what they drive, like a Ford F-150. Only from your local Southern quality Ford dealer.
Go skydiving was really nothing she'd ever wanted to do, so why did she do it? She's alive and in one piece.
Okay, Al, I can't hear you because we just landed. We're going to show some tape of me coming down to the ground. It was the wildest experience. It was the most scared I have ever been in my life. Kelly Lawson standing next to me is my new best friend because he did not let me die.
That's generally a good thing, yeah. That's the goal for every skydiver. Is to
But
walk away.
it was pretty darn smooth. I mean, we jumped out. I was terrified. It was cold. We were going how fast?
We were accelerating to about 200, and then once we threw the drogue out, we slowed down to about 120. So.
Holy smokes. And I kept seeing this guy right in front of me. What were you doing up there, Patrick?
Well, I was really nervous, and so I like to hang around y'all if my parachute doesn't.
Because we look so calm.
What I was actually doing was taking your picture. That's why you had that big grin on your face, and a video in the whole thing. So we'll go take a look at that and see what.
Did I look terrified?
You looked as calm as any news reporter we've taken skydiving today.
And oh, great! Don, what about you? What was that yell you were doing in the plane?
The traditional bonsai, kind of get you going.
Bye-bye! But nobody yelled Geronimo. What's the deal with that? Is that lore?
It's not politically correct anymore.
I forgot. So just bonsai.
We're a PC group.
Yeah, right. Tell me another one. How often do you guys get together and do this?
Every weekend.
Every weekend. And you're looking forward to the next one?
I'm ready to go this weekend.
Ready to go right this minute. Well, I think, Al, that, we have something. Oh, look, here's our next generation skydiver. Well, Al, we have an outfit here that's going to fit you, buddy. So, this weekend, these guys are going to be doing their thing at the Red River Rally several times during the weekend. So be sure and come down to LSUS, watch them. They're going to be aiming for very small marks on the ground. And they can hit them, too. It's amazing.
All right. I think I'm going to jump into my hot tub as far as I'm going to jump. What's our weather? Weather school question first.
Okay, well, this is a true or false question that's coming up here. Can